to another episode of Digo Decks. This is not an open Digo Decks. Let's open some packs. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you've come here many times, welcome back. Thanks for watching. This is a tutorial on a move that I think I created, and I'll explain why in a second. I call it the Diggle Flip. It could also be called the D Flip. Someone in the comments said that. That's a cool way to call it, the D Flip, Diggle Flip. And if you don't know, I open packs and I do other kinds of videos, but primarily pack videos. And I'm going to kind of venture into tutorials and other stuff related to cards. And I'll get started really quickly, because I know people don't like the chattiness of my channel. If you don't know, I also make cards. So these are my two decks printed on this stock. So if you like bicycle stock, you'll like these. I guess they kind of sponsor this video. And I'm going to show you the trick now. Now, if you started the video already, and I did this properly. I sound all serious. If you did this properly, what is wrong here? I should loosen up a little bit. This move, I probably showed it in the beginning, if that's how I wanted to do the video. So I'm going to do a demonstration, another kind of explanation / demonstration, and then to the tutorial. And I'll try to do some other views that are edited in after each move. So it's going to be a little jumpy, but hopefully it's done in a way that you could skip ahead if you want to keep learning and kind of see how I do the moves. I'll try to keep it as concise as possible so there's not too much blabbing. Yes, so these are all flipped properly. And this is the Sport Edition we'll be doing the trick with. And I'll give you an explanation of the trick first. So I'll show it to you, the demonstration again, and then a explanation. So, how to do it and why I did it that way. So the move is this. So it looks pretty simple, right? And there's ways to do it where there's many ways to show it, where the idea is that the card just pops. And this move is similar to a regular flip, which is where you get a card and you flip it over, right? I'm dropping all the cards. It's actually remarkably not as simple as you would think. But see how that is? So that is the card flipping up. And what I'm doing is, and this is part of the explanation, is that, which is totally obvious, is the card is popping. So it's, and I just did it slow without a pop. The main idea is, like, let's say you have a one-sided deck or a two-sided deck. Doesn't matter. The card is supposed to flip in a way where it stays parallel to the deck. Does that make sense? So it's kind of like, it's almost like this, but forward. And the other thing I wanted to do is make it look like it popped. So it looks like it just looks magical when you do a reveal. And this is a reveal, if I haven't already said that. It should be in the description. And you'll see the pop now. I'll try to make it exaggerated. You see that? So it looks magical. It has this like really magical, get some hair in there, really magical move. And you have to practice. Like, that's something you'll get when you start. So I'll get into the tutorial now. We're at 3 minutes. When you do this move, you're just caution. You're gonna shoot the card out a lot. I would start with the forward flip to kind of get that action down, and I'll do that. I'll teach that first now. And then the second part of the tutorial will be the actual Diggle Flip, which is the pop, right? So the forward flip is you want to grab the card like this. You want to be in your mechanics grip, and then actually any grip. You just want to get the card like this. So you see that? So you want to hold the card with the index and the thumb on the top and the bottom. The middle and the middle and thumb, top, bottom, and index in the middle. Now what you're going to do here is you're going to bow the card or bend the card. And this is one of the reasons I'm using bicycle. We want to use good quality cards for this, because there are cards where you bend them like this and, they kind of stay bent. You want to bend the card a little bit, and then you want to catch it as you let go. So you want to release and catch. You see that pop? So that was a way that I used to do it. And I was like, it doesn't look too epic, It's just like is this your card? And it is kind of a nice reveal to just kind of show it like that. It's pretty fast. You could practice that. And what you're practicing is you're practicing the card is trying to get away from you. It's trying to shoot away. So again, you're going to hold, you're going to bend, and you're going to pop. Okay? And again, I'll try to show another angle. I could probably do it here. I might not, you know. So here, let's do this. So I'll show you here. You're gonna bend the card and catch it. You see what I'm saying? So the card, what the card is doing is it's bending, it's going out, and then you're catching it with your two fingers. Pretty simple, but actually kind of hard. Now, here's the Diggle Flip. So now we're at the 5-minute mark. This is actually much faster than I thought it would be. Let me get some air on the cards. Not that it really matters. I'll show off some of my moves, you know what I'm saying? This video wouldn't be good without some... I'm all serious for a tutorial video. Okay, Diggle Flip time. So this is the fun part. You learn to grip, right? You should already have that down. Now I'm going to do it in slow motion. This is what you're doing. You see? So you're just... And you could practice this. You could practice the move without doing the flip. You're going to do that. So you're going to have your grip, which is your middle, thumb, index, and then you're going to just turn your hand and then flip the card. So what my hands are doing is they're sliding. You'll see it there. You see that? So what's going on is that index finger is kind of holding the card, and the thumb, if you're holding the card correctly, it'll be kind of like a 3-point system where you have 3 points of contact. You see how it's balanced? Like I'm not dropping the card, and it stays in your hand pretty well. Okay, so now that once you get that down, practice it really slowly, you know, just practice that. It's a really simple move, and you can actually do the flip without the pop, you know, which is, I think, a really way of revealing the card. And then as you start to get better at it, and again, I would say start practicing there before you get to the pop, unless you want to go to the pop first. Excuse me. But the pop now, this is where that 3-point system, if you have it down, right? Because it looks really simple. It's just a 3-point system, and it, you know, and practice getting it parallel to the deck, like that. And then comes the pop. This is the hard part, and you're going to shoot cards everywhere. So just get used to it. Sit down. I would say sit down on a couch or something where you can drop cards, or on a table like I have here. And drop the cards. Don't feel too bad about it. The cards are going to shoot out. I was shooting cards everywhere when I was working on the move, until I finally got it. Now, here's the move. Ooh, ace of spades. Didn't plan that out. And then you could do a nice little book fold when you're done. And the snappier, the cooler. Now, what I'm doing, you see that? Doesn't that look neat? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the card and I'm going to reverse bow. Remember how in the beginning we learned to bow forward and catch? Now you're going to reverse bow. So you're going to use your index finger, push the card in. And again, if you have your system down, see how simple that looks? But now what you're going to do is you're going to catch it. So you're going to, and again, you could practice bending it and then just moving it in your hand. But eventually you're going to get to, see that? And it just looks magical. So when you're like, hey, is this your card? I'm going to put the three of diamonds in the middle of the deck. You know, you do your little move, and you're like, is this your card? No, that's not your card. But you know what? I'm going to talk to him, bring it up to the front. It was what was it? It was the 3 of diamonds. Boom, 3 of diamonds right there. And then you fold it over. It looks nice. If you have a one-way deck, I usually like to have it on like for me, the logo on the top. You do the flip, and then when you do the thing over, it looks nice. So let's look at that one more time. Again, practice the move, the 3-point move, and then once you do, you're gonna practice the bend, and then get the fold over, or the roll over, whatever you want to call it, where the card is coming back, and you're practicing your parallel to the deck. That's important because that makes it look more magical. And then what you want to do is you want to get that pop in, like that. And that pop is literally bowing the card. You can use your index, And I use the index because it's easier to grab the card. You don't have to. You can have it off and then, see, there you go. And that's actually how I started practicing it, and I got much better at catching it. But I found that leaving the finger on the card helps the pop. So yeah, this is the Diggle Flip. And remember, the more pop, the better. Yep. And that's the tutorial. Any other tips? I would say just practice it. You're going to shoot the cards everywhere. When you get a card, just a quick tip too, like when you get the card, if you start flipping cards, don't pick it up and put it, just keep going. Just keep going. Drop all 52. Start over. And that's what I did. I was just like, you know what, I'm going to keep going until I get this move. And I did. Eventually I did. And it is a nice little pop. And if this move already exists, let me know. I call it the Diggle Flip, the D Flip. It was requested by people that watch the channel. And I wanted to do it. So it was like a yes, they want it and I want to do it. Everything comes together. Anyways, that's the tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you do it, post it on the internet. Practice it. Tag me. I'd love to see it. I'll reshare it. Yeah, let's do it. And happy learning. And God bless all of you. And thanks for watching the video. And I hope to teach you more tricks soon. Cheers! Okay, one last time. Boom, son.